Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, January the 20th, 2021. So what's that? 2121. You know, I love a number. So how are you doing this morning? This is Wise Up Wednesday. This is Wise Up Wednesday. Hopefully we share a bit of wisdom together, maybe some insight, maybe a quote to help you on your day and throughout your life. But before we do that, before we get going with the quote, and I do have a quote for you today and some explanation and maybe a bit of wisdom, I don't know. How is your mojo? How is your mojo this morning? Is it an 8, which is always great, or is it 6 and below? 6 and below, we need to work on that. We need to sort that out, right? Or is it, 8 and above is great. 8 is great, I always think. 10 is like that stratospheric, amazing feeling when you like really have that sense of achievement. Maybe you got an A in your exam. I don't know, something like that, a massive pay rise. Who knows? That's that euphoric feeling that you don't get that often. I think that's what 10 is. And that's what I think 8.5 is that sweet spot. So how are you this morning? Where are you? How are you? Good morning, Sophie. Happy Wednesday, Sophie's saying. I feel like a 7 this morning, which is holding steady. So I'm happy with that. Dory, come. The puppy is being naughty. Hello, darling. Hello, what you doing? Oh, come say hello. Say good morning, everyone. Say good morning. So Sophie is a 7. Sophie is feeling a 7 out of 10. Holding steady at 7 is okay, but little nudge to the 8 will be great. I think when I woke up, I did a straight on it this morning. Mindset was straight, right? How am I feeling? How am I feeling physically, mentally, emotionally? What do I need to work on? And I was all over it. And then I think now I'm probably I reckon I'm a 7.75. A 7.75 is the mojo level this morning. Once I've done this live, and I'm going to be going straight onto Clubhouse at 9 o'clock for another live. So the Real Life Club open discussion starts at 9 o'clock on Clubhouse. So if you're on Clubhouse, come join me there. I'll be there for a little while, but once I've done this and that, I'm pretty sure I'll be way in the 8s. And then, as you can tell, I'm going out for a run straight after Clubhouse. So yeah, I'm going to be all over that 8, all over the 8s. So let me know how you're doing. How are you doing? How is your mojo? It's Wise Up Wednesday, and I wanted to talk about feeling stuck and frustrated because it's been something that's been quite prominent, I guess, with clients, with one-to-one clients, and people sort of having a conversation with me about perhaps having some coaching about where they currently are with their life. And the thing that keeps coming up is people have lost the sense of self. And so therefore they feel stuck and they feel frustrated. You've built a life around you. You may have went to school, college or whatever, come out, got a good job. You thought you'd do it for a year or two and you've ended up doing it 15, 20 years. It's not the dream job. It's not the dream life, but the job pays good and you're kind of stuck there. It's kind of easy to do, but you feel very stuck and frustrated. And the layers and the things that life thrown at us suppress us, and we become less of who we are, or we forget who we are. We lose that sense of self. Let me know if any of that resonates with you. Good morning, Barbara. How you doing? How are you doing this morning? I've been watching a lot of Friends lately. I say a lot, not for the last couple of days, but at the weekend, I watched a few episodes back to back, and I do love it when Joey goes, how you doing? Not gonna lie, I love it. So how are you doing this morning? There's a bunch of you on. Let me know, how is the mojo between 1 and 10? 10 being stratospheric, 0 being, or 1 being meh, and 8 being great. How are you feeling? How are you feeling inside, emotionally, mentally, physically? It's always good to check in with yourself. Check your mojo. What's your spark like? Because it's your responsibility to do something about it. Not the government, not your wife, not your husband, not your partner, not your dog or your cat. You. I know it's tough, right? That we have to take the responsibility, but we do, and it's beneficial, I promise you. So let me just have a little sip of my drink. Getting the old vitamin C in before my run. Yeah, so there's been a lot of people feeling frustrated and stuck. So let me know if that's you. Barbara is a 7.5, aiming for an 8, but the weather drags me back. Yeah, let's not let it. Let's get out and dance in the rain and run in the snow or whatever. Got to learn to embrace it because it is what it is, right? We can't escape it right now. We can't even go on holiday. We just got to deal with it. So let's make the most of it. It's a mindset switch. What is great about this? There's a paradox and an opposite to everything. There is something great about it, but you've got to look for it and you've got to want to find it. So let me just go back to what I was saying about being stuck and frustrated and how I'm having a lot of conversations around that lately. And what happens is you just, like I say, life happens, doesn't it? And you fall into a job and you do it for years and years and years, and it's easy and you're good at it and it might pay well and it's easy street, right? And you may have got married, had kids, and that after time becomes a bit stale. It's very difficult to maintain the same kind of relationship. But it gets to a point where that frustration and that stuckness becomes almost unbearable. It's painful. It's absolutely painful. And every day you wake up and it's almost like dread. And you go to sleep at night and it's like you can't sleep because you have this vision of what you want for your life, for your health, for your relationships, your job, or to create a business. And you don't know how to get out of it. You don't know how to get out of where you are to get to where you want to be. And I've been there. That frustration eats away at you. It is freaking painful. And you feel like you can't risk going after what you want, that vision of your life, because maybe you can't handle it. Maybe that's what you're scared of, or maybe it's that you're frightened of rocking the boat, which was my scenario, and that you'll feel that you'll lose your relationship, maybe your reputation, maybe if you give up that job that you've got, that you won't have the income and the money. But the zeros in the bank don't make you happy ultimately. And one thing I've learned, that we are more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. When our backs are against the wall, boy, can we be creative and resourceful. And that's where the growth is. But you've got to, one thing I would say, don't leave it until it's so painful that your health physically and mentally is compromised. So you can wait till you're forced to make that change, like me, or you can do it now and trust me, even though you're feeling stuck and frustrated and you feel like maybe you can't handle it and it's scary, doing it now before you're forced to do it is easier, even though you don't think that. I promise you it is. If your health breaks down, if you have a meltdown, a breakdown, you capitulate. Sometimes there can be no coming back from that. But right now, even though it's scary and it's tough, you can come back from that and you can get through it and you can grow. So growth is painful. This is the quote I have for you today on Wise Up Wednesday. Grow, and you've probably seen this from me quite recently, because like I said, it's been a real feature of people coming to me and talking to me about perhaps having coaching. And growth is painful and change is also painful. But nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong. And that's probably what you're feeling. If you're feeling frustrated that your life isn't how you expected it to be, that it's mediocre, lackluster, it's a coulda, shoulda, woulda, shoulda kind of life, right? Then you're probably somewhere you shouldn't be. And you know that you're probably made for more. You know that there's more in you. You know that you want to go after certain things. But growth is painful, but change is also painful. But there's nothing as painful as staying stuck where you don't belong. I know that. I've been there. It's horrible. And also, nothing is as bad as when you're forced to take that action instead of taking that action now. And you can do it. You can do it one bit at a time every day. I know it's scary. I know it feels risky and that you can't handle it, but I'm here to tell you you can handle it. You are more powerful than you give yourself credit for. So I think there's a study, and I can't remember who by it, they apparently on average, us humans only use about 15% of our potential until we're forced to. And then we go through life 50% of the time on autopilot. So half of what we do, we're just doing on autopilot, and we've probably got no memory of it every day. So we have 75,000 thoughts, and the vast majority of those 50,000 are repetitive and habitual, and they are not serving us. Be the change that you want to see. There is so much more in you. Yes, Barbara is saying jump before you're pushed. Yeah, go before you're forced to go. That's another one. Go now, start now before you're forced to go. And actually, when you're forced to go, will you be healthy enough mentally and physically to go? Whereas right now you are. So take that risk now. Life is so precious, right? Coronavirus must have taught us that. It must have taught us that life's uncertain. We don't know what's around the corner, but life is so, so precious. So precious. And generally, we don't appreciate all those things until something dramatic happens, until we're forced into facing something. But you can do it now, and it's easier to do it now than it is later on, I promise you. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, because it's just been prominent in some conversations that I've been having lately with people calling me. Well, yeah, I've had a few telephone conversations. So, I just wanted to share that. I'm trying to find my banner, but I can't find it. Where's that gone? Hang on. So if you are jumping on, please let me know how you're doing this morning. How are you doing? How is your mojo? It's your responsibility to do something about it. If you want some help, let me know. I'll help you. So in the case of, like I said, I was talking about feeling stuck and frustrated, and you have this vision, whether it's health, relationships, business, job, or whatever, and you're struggling to go after it, then, message me. I am offering 60-minute powerful one-to-one conversations, coaching sessions, whatever you want to call them, but they are only for people who are ready to make change and who are ambitious. You have to be ready to make change and be ambitious. So get in my DMs if you want to do that. It's not like I say, it's for ambitious and people who are ready to make change. Not that want to, you've got to be ready to. And I will give you a free hour session of my time, which I promise you will be super powerful. You can also go to my website, which is sam-adams.com, where I am doing, because my one-to-ones are nearly full, I'm doing my first proper group coaching session, which is based on my one-to-one stuff. So I've done some other group stuff, which is lockdown, unlocked, and all of that. That's not based on my one-to-one stuff. That's different kind of stuff. But this proper one, this 6-week online group coaching program that I'm doing, which is called It Starts With You, by the way. It Starts With You, 6-week online coaching program, starts 18th of March. It's based on my one-to-one work. So maybe you feel like you can't afford my one-to-one work. That's fine. That's okay. But this is a group. So this is a group of people going through the same kind of thing together that I do in my one-to-one. And we will do 2 live sessions a week. We'll have a support group, but you can find out more about it at sam-adams.com. There's 6 areas we cover. 1 area we cover each week. I like to call them layers. Week 1 is It Starts With You, because it does. It's all about responsibility, week 1. Week 2 is who do you think you are? We look at who you really think you are, and we work on that. So that's a little taster of the first 2 weeks. There is 6 weeks altogether. It is 695. If you get on before, I think it's the 21st of February, you get some Brucey bonuses. You get some early bird bonuses. So go check it out on my website. You can pay in installments in 3 or 4 parts, whichever works for you. I'm flexible on that. So if that sounds like you, then go check it out. Alice, good morning, Alice. I am thankful to be sharing this journey with you. That's amazing. I'm thankful too, Alice. I love having you in my life. It is amazing. So that is it for a Wednesday. Think of the day. It's Wise Up Wednesday. It's hump day. Go check out my website if you're interested in the group coaching. If you really think you might be ready for some one-to-one and you want to have a powerful coaching session for free, but it's only if you're ready and it's only if you're ambitious, then send me a DM. In the meantime, I wish you a happy Wednesday. I'm going over to Clubhouse in 15 minutes time for an open chat, the real life morning chat on a Wednesday. Come share if you dare. Have a great day. Speak to you all soon. Remember, it starts with you.